What is going on? I am Anon Moose. We are going to be doing 6 engine rooms. Every time I count engine rooms, I feel like the count from Sesame Street. 6 engine rooms. Anyways, here we go. That was terrible. Nonetheless, I finally copied someone's 5 engine room base, and then I realized that was not a super great idea because I have enough unlock tokens and some upgrade tokens to move to 6 engine rooms, and then I'm going to have to do it all over again. So without further ado, let's make the leap of faith into 6 engine rooms. Now, this choice node right here is 40. By the way, if you need to know the costs, there is a spreadsheet. I'll throw that in the comments down below. I did not make it. I have no association with it at all, except for the fact that I use it on occasion, and I'm incredibly thankful to those people who make it. So moving right along, let's keep rocking and rolling, and let's get... Now, this is the one where I think this is a no-brainer. My understanding is that basically it's lasers or nothing. Everyone is coming in hot with the bombardiers, so it's going to be a laser for me. Am I going to make it much further? I don't know. Probably not going to make it to 7 engine rooms, sadly. Only 4 days left. I'm going to try. Now, my goal is to get to at least diamond, and if I wanted to just park, I would have probably stayed at 5 engine rooms, but I need to get all of the good stuff. I can't not use awesome stuff. So we're going to park this laser right about here, I think. I've even got a nice little spot for it. This base, I don't know anything about it at this point. I've used it for 2 attacks. So far, it has not been super duper amazing, but I also have to somehow get this next engine room into the mix. So for those of you who have a base and you think it's amazing, please do let me know. I would love to copy it. But for now, we're just going to place this in this general vicinity. And yeah, gross. Building bases is something that does not do terrible. What I like to do is I take a screenshot of a base I like, I throw it up on my computer monitor, and then I build it on my phone, which takes a lot of time. But you can't tinker all that much. So anyways, let's just get into 6. And actually, you know what? I've got some upgrade tokens to spend. Now, if there's anything to spend it on, I don't actually know. So I've maxed a lot of stuff here. I still don't have artillery. I still don't have barrage. I've got, like, I could get a little bit extra gunboat energy there. Might be worth doing. But I think I'm just going to save for the moment. Overall, by the way, do not max Kavan. Don't need to go to the 5. Level 4 gives you level 6 second wind, so there's no advantage there. Just a waste of tokens on my part. Did not think about that at all. I mean, overall, I am mostly maxed. Don't have some things like grenadiers maxed or warriors or medics, but I don't think there's any use for those things. So at this point, I'm going to keep these 2 million tokens in my back pocket. Maybe we use them with bullet or with this extra building damage. That building damage is going to be, I need to get to that ASAP. That's going to be my first goal, I think. Realistically, shock mines could be helpful, and possibly seekers, but for me, I think this building damage is probably more important. If you've already gone to 7 engine rooms or you have an opinion on 6 engine rooms, do let me know. Without further ado, let's get into it. I've trying to balance the tech tree and the thinking and all of that stuff with actually just straight up attacking. So I think we're going to drop 1 heavy chopper over here, and it can hopefully follow along that top line. And then a whole bunch of stuff on... See, this is where I don't know these attack strategies yet. I want to make sure that they go from this engine room to this engine room, so I need to get rid of the bottom one as well. I think I'm going to use 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and then we're going to drop all the rest over in here and just use critters to distract this right side. I've found that dropping critters on top of machine guns has just been a complete and utter perfect way to get rid of these bases. I mean, the fact that a boom cannon is just distracted by those critters is just working incredibly well on that right side. And then over here on this left side, I have not yet lost a rocket or heavy chopper. Man, these chopper names just I can't keep them straight for the life of me. Anyways, so far so good. I think we're progressing fairly all right. This person does not have the laser yet, so we should be able to beat this base, without question, I think. But again, it all comes down to the last couple seconds in these sort of things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep all of these rocket launchers shocked for fear of them shooting over top of things, and hopefully that left hand side can keep progressing as we're moving forward on this right hand side, just trying to put one eye to the right side, one eye to the left side. So far, we're in a bit of problems here, because obviously we have lost all of our heavy choppas. We don't have any air support. We don't have any extra heavies being dropped. But so far, look at this. Those top line are going exactly where I had hoped they would. So there is a good chance we can take this guy down very, very quickly here. Or gal. I'm not assuming gender. Give me a rest here. We do have instant training, so as soon as that bottom engine room is down, we're going to flare as fast as I possibly can. Some of you without instant training are probably just groaning in pain as those bombardiers go right past those two flamethrowers, but it's all about saving those seconds and flaring that engine room as fast as possible. And I try to do it as soon as those bombs their bombardiers throw their bombs in midair. I try and get that flare going. Might have look at that, first ever victory at 6 engine rooms. Actually basted pretty darn well, I gotta say. Let's watch that quick replay. I want to see how this base plays out, because that laser is going to be very, very interesting to me. Now, the fact that he put 2 on the left and used a shock, that shock is such a waste of gunboat energy. Wow. Anyways, let's just see how this person attacked the base. So far, just by the start, using all of their gunboat energy to get rid of that laser. So the fact that the laser is touching the rocket launcher, I might want to tweak that a little bit, because they got a 2-for-1 deal there. So that's what I'm going to do. Not going to go all the way through that replay. We're going to move this rocket launcher just a bit outside, as they would say in baseball. I think that's a little bit better. Now, it doesn't quite reach this far right left-hand side engine room anymore, which is part of the advantage of it being over in here, but I think that's worthwhile, just so that our laser does not get absolutely pummeled. Might even want to move the laser one more notch somewhere, just so that you're not going to be able to get in the corner there. But nonetheless, let's keep going. So far, 6 engine rooms. I'm always overly nervous about changing. They went with the shock blaster. Interesting. Let's see what we can do over in here. So if we drop on the far left, it's going to get that engine room, then come down here. So maybe we need to go... Now this one I can possibly get with critters. Let's just see where your flamethrower probably... These are the ones where I end up screwing things up badly. We're going to get one more of the heavy choppas in just to be sure. We're going to go one over here and one over here. 1, 2, 3. These are the ones where I just need to get a little bit more experience. Now that our troops are starting to take a bit of damage, gonna drop Dr. Kevin Kavan in the house in the hopes of him staying put. And then people have been giving me all sorts of different ways of how to keep him to stay put. But overall, as someone on the Triangle 9 Discord said, Kavan is just a funeral waiting to happen. He just loves to die. He loves to run forward. And the fact that I've managed to keep him alive so far is a bit of a miracle. But now, let me know what you guys think about throwing critters on those back defenses. I'm not sure if it's actually useful or not, but I always am so incredibly tempted to do so. So maybe it's a terrible, terrible decision and I'm wasting gunboat energy, but it does feel like it's useful, and it's probably not. So unfortunately, doesn't look like our bombardiers and heavies are going to spread wide enough to get that back engine room. So we're going to have a bit of a race situation to get back there, but we do have medkits. Look at this, medkits just bringing that bombardier back from the brink. And I think I actually unlocked medkits during an actual video, and I was trying to avoid getting mortars, and then I realized I actually did need mortars fairly desperately. But the medkits have saved me on more than one occasion. So although I do regret opening them, they have been fairly kind of useful sometimes. So there are many, many things I've unlocked in warships that I regretted it instantly afterwards, and medkits haven't really fallen into that category. So as we've got our troops going towards the bottom engine room and towards the top, so that gunboat energy I wasted on that top was a complete waste of time, it looks like. But I think that we're going to be able to get this bottom engine room down here. Not super worried about that. Let's throw one more medkit just to be sure. As the top one goes, I really do wish that I had anything I could throw at these buildings. So not having artillery and barrage, you're really, 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 really at the mercy of your troops. So if you place your troops poorly, you can just get absolutely destroyed. But so far, this base is doing fairly all right. Let me find out who I copied it off. I have a picture here, so I can throw them a shout out. It was just a completely random base off the internet that I literally just copied. So hopefully, it says that my encoding is having a problem because I tried to find that base and I shouldn't have. But nonetheless, let's just see if we can't pull that base up. My hard drive is just getting absolutely crushed. Not bright on my part. So hopefully this does not screw up the encoding. If it does, my sincerest apologies, because 2 wins in a row. But sadly, I had to cut an attack out from this spot because my computer crapped out. But during that time, I managed to find the base. So if your account name is Whipple, thank you. This is Whipple's base, and I am open to interpretations. If you have suggestions on how I can change it, would love to hear it. We have just gotten our chest, so that is fantastic. And the fact that this base battle is still ongoing means that we're only going to need one more attack after this to unlock our chest. And hopefully, if all goes well, that chest is going to be a diamond chest. Now, just to clarify on something I said yesterday, I know that you can spectate a battle. My request is that we can go, if we've clicked away, we can change our base and then come back and re-spectate, if that is a decent word. I think Kevlar is struggling against my base, and hopefully that means that the laser is just crushing his hopes and dreams, and that she is just regretting going with the shock blaster. Let me know which prototype you went for, or you're hoping to go for, or planning to go for, or whatever it might be, because to me, it's a no-brainer. Like bombardiers versus laser beams, but I sometimes jump to conclusions, and I hopefully did not do that in this instance. So what are we at? 3 for 3, 4 for 4 at 6 engine rooms, and that is why always make the jump to the more engine rooms as soon as you possibly can. Now, I've heard that 7 engine rooms is a complete and utter bloodbath. I'm hoping to get there at some point. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, though. Very, very interested to see. We're going to drop only one over in here, and we're going to drop all of the rest on this right-hand side, because I think, oh, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. As someone famous once said, this is going to be a problem. Dr. Kavan is likely going to die. This person does have a laser, but thankfully we can shock all of that stuff all at once. And I think, even though I only have the 1 GBE node, that should be enough GBE to let us get all the way in there, shocking those boom cannons, shocking the laser, shocking the shock blaster. And to be on the even better side, we've got no bombardiers on that entire left-hand side. So the fact is, realistically, that laser, I was hoping that it was going to shoot through those left-hand side bomb. Oh, did I miss the shock? I somehow missed the shock. Now we're going to have to rely on that med kit, which is doing a little bit of good, as you can see there, as our troops all head to the right-hand side to get this bottom engine room. So far, so good. Kavan is dead, obviously, but that's almost to be expected. There are so many different tricks people have been saying in order to keep what's-his-face Kavan alive, but none of them work terribly consistently. He's gonna die. You just have to kind of come to terms with that. He is an old man, and he's lived a good life. So, Kavan, thank you for all you have done for us. I need to flare towards the back as soon as possible just to get things moving along. Hopefully those critters can take down the rest of that engine room. I might have made a huge mistake here. We're going to find out very, very soon, and hopefully I did not just bungle that up, because if I did, I'm not going to be super duper happy about this. So bombardiers, hopefully, yep, there we go. So moving back, the fact that I flared the building, I've found good success in flaring buildings, and obviously the reason for that is as soon as the building dies, your troops are going to stop following that flare, and we got a little bit lucky because those bombardiers went back and finished off that other engine room. Down to 2. This is going to be our last attack. Hopefully, please, I've got a conference call coming up, and I would really, really appreciate it if I did not have to... Oh, that was a great shock. Let us get to diamond so I can just click, make the title this big, huge diamond and amazing, and 6 engine rooms and diamonds all in one would be magical. Here we go. General Zod cartoon, I think. Please let me be right on that one. Here we go, getting into the diamond. Let's just check the profile while we're at it, see where we're at in the task force. Orion leading the charge. My win percentage looking pretty darn not bad, though. Look at that. Sven kicking butt, 77. John Anderson, 82%. There's a lot of players who have very, very high win rates, a little bit lower on the charts. Orion, I'm coming for you, buddy. Hopefully, maybe. Pretty sure that Orion is at 7 engine rooms. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Beastly base. Lots and lots of mines. Shock Blaster, though. Really? That, again, makes me question my decision. So if you went Shock Blaster, please tell me why and how. And diamond chest. Boo. Yeah, perfect timing on that, because now this chest, as you can see, turned into diamond, getting more goods. We are in the diamond tier, folks. Not super duper amazing. I know people are up in, look at that, 24. Am I on the list? Did I make the list somewhere? Of course you did. It's just a matter of where. So I am way, way down. Top 120 Canada. Not bad. Not bad. So pretty happy with that, though. Just playing casually, and you'll see, let's check number 1. How many games have you played? Where are you at number 1? Way up the top. Let's just see what you've got for wins. 495 battles. Let's see what I'm at for my actual battle. Let's see here. So half as many battles and in the same neighborhood. So I'm pretty pleased with that. Playing definitely casually. Let me know how many battles you've had if you picked the Shock Blaster or the Laser, and I shall talk to you later. As always, hopefully you are home healthy and some other H that I've forgotten. Happy? I forget. Anyways, I'm Zedmont. As always, thanks for coming in. There's always an option to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Anyways, thanks for coming in. Peace.